This is a Star News Brief. I'm Samuel Otieno. President William Ruto's troops have vehemently ruled out any power-sharing deal with opposition chief Raila Odinga, but cautiously welcomed talks with Azimio. Ruto, in a surprise social media post on Tuesday night, declared his readiness to meet Raila after months of deadly opposition protests that have pushed the economy to the edge. However, hours after his declaration, his troops vowed they will not allow Raila into the inner sanctums of power. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 40 shillings through www.mgazzetti.com. A family in Homa Bay wants the police to expedite investigations after their relative was burned to death in his house by unknown people. Joseph Nyambok, who was a boda rider, was killed when unknown suspected criminals stormed his house and burned him. The incident occurred on July 13th at Lala Village in Arujo location, Homa Bay Town constituency. Persons still at large stormed the house where Nyambok was asleep together with his wife and children. Despite a drop in FGM rates in Kenya, a surprisingly large number of wealthy families are secretly taking their girls for the illegal cut. An analysis of the demographic survey shows of the 12,181 girls below 14 years who had undergone FGM in 2022 when the Kenya Demographic Health Survey was compiled, 2,407 were from affluent families who were those in the highest wealth quintile, while 2,789 were from the poorest families, the report shows. The rest were from middle categories. This is surprising because female genital mutilation is largely associated with poor Kenyans, who often drop the practice with better education and higher living standards. A woman who has dragged the family of former powerful administrator and cabinet minister Simeon Nyachae to court over the inheritance of his 2 billion shillings estate was on Tuesday at pains to explain how she got married to him. Margaret Chwer, who resides in the United States, is contesting the exclusion of herself and her 3 children from the list of beneficiaries of the Nyachae estate. She says she was Nyachae's 5th wife and that their marriage in 1973 was customary. They had 3 children together. Virginia Wamboi, 39, suffered a drastic turn in life when her husband died, leaving her as a young widow. Wamboi's husband was killed in a road accident, and his remains were taken to a public morgue in Nairobi County. She was only 23 years old at the time and had a newborn child, her firstborn, when the tragedy struck. As she dealt with grief, Wamboi would make visits to the morgue to see his remains as a way of mourning. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 40 shillings through www.mgazzetti.com.